the floor where they drop like bombs. Faceless voices running all the cons. Digital whispers in the binary night. No light, no face, pure sound, no sight. Stories unfold in the dark unscrolled. Echoes of silence, secrets untold. Waves crash loud in this audio cave. No mic, no fame, just the sound we crave. Tune and turn up, let the silence break. Raw, unfiltered, hear the earthquake. No mic needed, just a vibe that's real. Faceless words you can touch and feel. In shadows, voices untamed. No need for spotlight, no claim to fame. Just a beat of life in a stream of thought. Every word a punchline, no need to be taught. Just listen close, no visuals needed. Raw conversation, unprocessed, unseated. Feel the pulse in every sentence said. No distractions, just thoughts in your head. Whispers of the streets, rumbling through. Faceless yet vivid, a world in view. No mic, just souls, connecting in flow. Pure and raw, let the rhythm go.
Discovery in mathematics is not a matter of logic. It is rather the result of mysterious powers which no one understands, and in which unconscious recognition of beauty must play an important part. Out of an infinity of designs, a mathematician chooses one pattern for beauty's sake and pulls it down to earth. Marston Morse. Harold Calvin Marston Morse (1892–1977) was a distinguished American mathematician, best known for his groundbreaking work in the calculus of variations and differential topology. Born in Waterville, Maine, he received his bachelor's degree from Colby College in 1914, and subsequently earned his master's in 1915 and PhD in 1917 from Harvard University. His doctoral thesis, Certain Types of Geodesic Motion of a Surface of Negative Curvature, was supervised by George David Birkhoff. Harold Calvin Marston Morse was born on March 24, 1892, in Waterville, Maine. His father, Howard Calvin Morse, was a farmer and realtor, and his mother was Ella Phoebe Marston. He chose to be known by his mother's maiden name, Marston. He received his early education in the public schools of Waterville from 1897 to 1906, and then attended the Coburn Classical Institute from 1906 to 1910. He went on to pursue his undergraduate studies at Colby College, also located in Waterville, graduating summa cum laude in 1914. Immediately following his graduation, he continued his academic journey at Harvard University, where he earned his Master of Arts degree in 1915 and his PhD in 1917, under the guidance of George David Birkhoff. While still a graduate student, he published his first research paper in 1916. Although awarded a Sheldon Fellowship, a postdoctoral traveling fellowship at Harvard, he resigned from it to volunteer for the Army in June 1917. He served in the American Expeditionary Force during World War I until June 1919, earning the Croix de Guerre with Silver Star for bravery. Marston Morse's groundbreaking research unfolded in distinct yet interconnected phases. His earliest significant contribution, titled Recurrent Geodesics on a Surface of Constant Negative Curvature, published in 1921 but based on his 1917 PhD thesis, delved into the complex behavior of geodesic paths on specific types of curved surfaces. This work, influenced by his advisor George David Birkhoff, explored the concept of recurrent geodesics paths that revisit neighborhoods of earlier points, laying foundational ideas for the field of symbolic dynamics, which characterizes the long-term behavior of dynamical systems using sequences of symbols. Building directly on this understanding of geometric paths and their properties, Morse then published his seminal 1925 paper, Relations between the critical points of a real function of n independent variables. This marked a pivotal moment in his career, introducing the core concepts of what would become Morse theory. In this paper, he established a profound connection between the topological features of a manifold and the critical points where the function's derivative is zero of a smooth function defined on that manifold. He demonstrated that by analyzing the index of each critical point determined by the number of directions in which the function locally decreases, one could deduce fundamental topological invariants of the space, such as its Betti numbers, through a set of relationships now known as the Morse inequalities. This provided a revolutionary analytical tool for understanding global topological structures. Following this, Morse embarked on a comprehensive development of these ideas, particularly extending them to the more abstract realm of the calculus of variations. This culminated in his influential 1934 book, The Calculus of Variations in the Large. In this monumental work, he applied his critical point theory to functions whose inputs are other functions or paths on infinite dimensional spaces. This enabled him to globally analyze problems in the calculus of variations, moving beyond local minima and maxima to understand the overall landscape of solutions, including the existence and characteristics of non-minimal extremals like saddle points. This extension allowed Morse theory to be applied to a much wider range of problems in geometry, topology, and mathematical physics, solidifying its place as a cornerstone of modern mathematics. Following the publication of his monumental book, The Calculus of Variations in the Large, in 1934, Marston Morse's career continued to flourish, marked by a move to a prestigious institution, further deep theoretical developments, and significant contributions to several branches of mathematics. In 1935, Morse accepted an appointment at the Institute for Advanced Study IAS in Princeton, New Jersey, a newly established center for advanced research. This move was significant, placing him among an elite group of mathematicians and scientists, including Albert Einstein, John von Neumann, and Kurt Gödel. The IAS provided an unparalleled environment for focused research, free from teaching responsibilities, which allowed Morse to pursue his theoretical work with even greater intensity. He remained at the IAS for the rest of his active career, retiring in 1962, though he continued to be scientifically active well into his later years. At the IAS, Morse continued to refine and expand Morse theory, exploring its applications and connections to other areas of mathematics. A major line of research involved Morse-Sard theory. While not exclusively his work, Abraham Sard was his student. Morse's contributions were fundamental. This theory, developed in the 1940s, addresses the measure of critical values of smooth functions. Specifically, Sard's theorem, a key result in this theory, states that the set of critical values of a sufficiently smooth function has measure zero. This result has profound implications in various fields, including differential topology and geometric measure theory, as it ensures that most values are regular values, simplifying many analytical arguments. Another significant development was his work on geodesic flows and symbolic dynamics, often in collaboration with Gustav A. Hedlund. Building on his early PhD research, he delved deeper into the study of the long-term behavior of dynamical systems, particularly the flow of geodesics on compact manifolds. Their collaborative work, most notably leading to the influential monograph Symbolic Dynamics 1938, established a rigorous framework for studying these systems by representing their trajectories as sequences of symbols. This symbolic dynamics approach allowed for the application of combinatorial and number-theoretic methods to analyze complex dynamical behavior, including recurrence and transitivity. This work laid foundations for later developments in chaos theory and ergodic theory. Throughout this period, Morse also explored generalizations and applications of Morse theory to complex analysis and global analysis. He investigated the topology of complex manifolds and the behavior of holomorphic functions, seeking to extend the power of critical point theory to these new settings. His work often sought to understand global properties of spaces and functions by analyzing local information provided by critical points, a hallmark of his mathematical style. Furthermore, Morse remained actively involved in the broader mathematical community. He served as president of the American Mathematical Society from 1940 to 1942, a testament to his standing and influence. 7 During World War II, he also contributed to the war effort, applying his mathematical expertise to defense-related problems, particularly in areas related to ballistics and operations research. In summary, the period following his seminal 1934 book saw Marston Morse cement his legacy at a premier research institution, further develop the theoretical underpinnings of Morse theory, extend its applications to related fields like dynamical systems and complex analysis, and contribute significantly to the broader mathematical community, all while maintaining a remarkably high level of research output. By the 1950s and 1960s, even after his formal retirement from the Institute for Advanced Study in 1962, Marston Morse continued to be an incredibly active and influential mathematician. His work shifted towards synthesizing his vast knowledge and exploring more advanced applications and generalizations of his theories. Post-retirement contributions and later research. Morse's retirement in 1962 was largely a formality. He maintained an office at the IAS and continued to publish prolifically for nearly 2 more decades. This later period saw him delve into global analysis more deeply, particularly focusing on extending Morse theory to new and more abstract settings. He worked on critical point theory in Banach spaces and other infinite-dimensional manifolds, which was crucial for applications in fields like partial differential equations and quantum mechanics. This involved developing more sophisticated analytical tools to handle the complexities of functions defined on spaces of infinite dimensions, moving beyond the finite-dimensional settings where Morse theory originally took root. A significant theme in his later work was the theory of p-functions and the concept of stable critical points. He sought to refine the understanding of how critical points behave under small perturbations of the function, which has important implications for the robustness of mathematical models. This involved a deeper exploration of the analytical properties of functions and their relationship to topological invariants. Books and synth essays. In his later years, Morse also focused on producing comprehensive treatises that consolidated his life's work. These books served not only as records of his theories but also as invaluable resources for future generations of mathematicians. For instance, his collaboration with Stuart Cairns resulted in Critical Point Theory in Global Analysis and Differential Geometry 1969, which provided a more accessible and streamlined account of Morse theory and its applications. These later books often reflected his desire to present his ideas in a more unified and foundational manner, making them more widely applicable and understandable. Recognition and legacy. Morse's contributions continued to be recognized with numerous honors. He received the National Medal of Science in 1964, the highest scientific honor in the United States, presented by President Lyndon B. Johnson. This award recognized his pioneering work in global analysis, particularly his development of Morse theory, and its profound impact on mathematics. He also held various honorary degrees and memberships in prestigious academies worldwide. Marston Morse passed away on June 22, 1977, leaving behind a legacy that fundamentally reshaped our understanding of the relationship between analysis and topology. His work laid the groundwork for significant developments in differential geometry, global analysis, dynamical systems, and even theoretical physics, continuing to influence research to this day. His name remains synonymous with the powerful tools he bequeathed to the mathematical world. As Dürer knew full well, there is a center and final substance in mathematics whose perfect beauty is rational, but rational in retrospect. The discovery which comes before, those rare moments which elevate man, and the searchings of the heart which come after are not rational. They are groupings filled with wonder and sometimes sorrow. Marston Morse. Reference and citation. National Academy of Sciences 1994. Marston Morse. Biographical Memoirs, Volume 65. Washington, D.C., The National Academies Press. ISBN 978-0-309-07359-2. Noteworthy Morses. Morse Society. Retrieved June 5, 2022. Morse, J. Howard, Levitt, Emily W. 1903. Anthony Morse and Four Generations. Morse Genealogy, comprising the descendants of Samuel, Anthony, William, and Joseph Morse and John Moss, being a revision of the Memorial of the Morses, published by Abner Morse in 1850. Springfield Printing and Binding Company. HDL 2027 hvd.hscricu. Howard Calvin Morse. Pilgrim Edward Doty Society, a family history society. Retrieved June 5, 2022. Grimaud, Jessica July 23, 2019. Cousin Chart Family Relationships Explained. Family Search. Retrieved June 5, 2022. Dresden, Arnold 1936. Review, Calculus of Variations in the Large, by Marston Morse. Bull. America Math. SOC 42-9, Part 1, 607-612. doi 10.1090S0002-9904-1936-06362-7. Alfers, L. 1948. Review, Topological Methods in the Theory of Functions of a Complex Variable, by Marston Morse. Bull. America Math. SOC 54-5, 489-491. doi 10.1090S0002-9904-1948-09004-8. Smale, Stephen 1977. Review, Global Variational Analysis, Weierstrass Integrals on a Riemannian Manifold, by Marston Morse. Bull. America Math. SOC 83-4, 683-693. doi 10.1090S0002-9904-1977-14345-0.
Mics on the floor where they drop like bombs. Faceless voices running all the cons. Digital whispers in a binary night. No light, no face, pure sound, no sight. Stories unfold in the dark unscrolled. Echoes of silence, secrets untold. Waves crash loud in this audio cave. No light, no fame, just the sound we crave. Tune in, turn up, let the silence break. Raw, unfiltered, hear the earthquake. No mic needed, just the vibe that's real. Faceless words you can touch and feel. Hidden in shadows, voices untamed. No need for spotlight, no claim to fame. Just the beat of life in a stream of thought. Every word a punchline, no need to be taught. Just listen close, no visuals needed. Raw conversation, unprocessed, unseated. Feel the pulse in every sentence said. No distractions, just thoughts in your head. Whispers of the streets, rumbling through. Faceless yet vivid, a world in view. No mic, just souls, connecting in flow. Pure and raw, let the rhythm go. Pure and raw. Turn up, let the silence break. Raw, unfiltered, hear the earthquake. No mic needed, just a vibe that's real. Faceless words you can touch and feel. Tune in, turn up, let the silence break. Raw, unfiltered, hear the earthquake. No mic needed, just a vibe that's real. Faceless words you can touch and feel. Pure and raw.
Okay.